oldest church still in its original place. Now, the oldest church used to be the First Baptist Church that was built in 1837, but that building no longer exists. This is the oldest church, but that's not the only special thing about it. It's also on the National Registry of Historic Places. That's another special thing. But the most special thing by far is that when they started construction of this building, they wanted to be something special. They wanted to stand out from all the other buildings. And they wanted to be a part of their community. I'm going to have everybody step back to those parking spots. We got a car coming.
We got another one.
Oh, look at that. We got a freeway going on. All right. At any rate, they wanted to be a special part of the community. And so when they started construction in 1944, they went ahead and made sure that all the materials for this building are local. But not only that, every stone in this building came from the Smoky Mountains. Now that is not something that every stone building can say, certainly. That is something very, very special, because not only is it a historical building, but it's got a whole lot older history than that, because it is a part of the mountains, which is way older than 1944. I do recommend you take pictures here. We're going to take a couple here and then walk around the other side to the chapel. And then while we're there, I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Left side over here, obviously, is the chapel. That is the oldest part of the building. It used to be freestanding. The door is done in natural wood. It's unlike any part of the rest of the church. And the inside is also done in natural woods. It's very lovely. It's a gorgeous church. Now, it's done in Gothic Revival type of architecture, in case you wanted to know. But while we're here and everybody's taking pictures, I actually want to talk about Parkway. Parkway is that main street downtown, and everybody that lives here knows Parkway is evil. It's evil because it takes your money. No, it's evil because it eats people. The most horrible people-eating monster by far down on Parkway is the funnel cake shop. It lures you in with that delicious smell, and then I'll never see you again. Because whether it's for a funnel cake, an ice cold pop, or some batteries, guys, if you leave my group while we're on Parkway, I can't stop for you, and I can't come back for you. So if you leave my group, you leave my group. Now, I am a very overprotective guy. I have not had anybody leave my group yet, knock on wood. If it's crowded, I'm going to hold up my book so you guys can see me. I'll hold it up in the air like this. And then my husband is going to be behind the group like he's
shot.
We're waiting on just a couple more. There they are. All right. The reason I stopped this here is because of this wonderful little bump here in the cemetery that's not marked. And if I didn't mention it, somebody was going to wipe out on it. Probably me. Now, I do not have enough flashlights for every single person to have one. But I do have enough lights that I can pass out throughout the group. And I'll do it evenly. I'll do it by count to make sure it's all even. We are going into a real 18... Oh, it is real. And we have made a deal with the Rotary Club, guys, who take care of this cemetery. We have told them that we will not let anybody step away from the group, just because we're trying to not only preserve your safety, but we're trying to preserve the safety of our history. As I said, we already have a vandalism problem, and we certainly don't want to add to it. There are some dangerous spots in the cemetery that even I won't go to, and I know it like the back of my hand. I ask that you don't lean on or sit on any headstones. They may not be anchored. And an unanchored headstone that's rather large can break an adult person's leg. I don't want that to happen. Now then, we are going to head pretty much right into the cemetery. And if there's another group up there, because we do have competition here in town, I don't shine the flashlights at the other group. And I asked them to try to keep quiet if we have to walk by them. That way we're not disturbing them, and that way they don't have a reason to retaliate. One last thing I want to say before we head up the hill. Those of you that are still leaning against the wall, there are headstones up there. Where's that put the bodies? All right, let's go up the hill. My camera. Yes, at the bench.
No, they did this to the bench. People did this to the bench.
That's kind of rude.
And that's from a grave's tombstone.
I think so.
Yeah, that's a artichoke from a...
It's woody. I don't know where. It's not from the grave because it's woody. So I don't know what it is.
Corn object.
Corn object.